To be frank, this unit will be Milsim. I'm not doing real sim. That's not going to be the thing here, just like with my other units. Just to set some expectations early, just try not to interrupt during any briefing. That way, everyone has a fair chance to understand what the mission set is in the future. I'll be going over a lot of information just so that way everyone is aware of what we're looking to do here today. Excuse me. I'll be going over the kits, the MOSs, future MOSs. I'll be going over the weapons we have. We're using IDA, which is a mod found by our lovely 7357, and seeing if it is worthy of our attention. It is pretty interesting so far, but I will fully admit they didn't update. I believe that was last week. That was a little questionable. So a lot of what I've had written down for a while now had to get changed, kind of in the span of a week, instead of having more time to plan it. Furthermore, we'll be going over roles, and they'll be able to go and test the weapons, test the rockets in the vehicles, and then go through some FTXs in which I have a couple of courses we can enjoy. Make sense, everybody?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Sounds
So,
good.
to begin, we have several loadups that you are all currently either you've grabbed or you've used in the past while we've been doing our testing over the last couple of weeks. First and foremost is our base kit, the rifleman. They use the DC-15S or the DC-15A. DC-15S, short barrel, nothing too crazy there. It is just a carbine that has a 2x scope and the ability to range find itself. And it, generally speaking, has 40 rounds. Nothing too special. It does shoot a little bit slower than the DC-15A. The DC-15A has been updated, as per the shady update, to have 80 rounds, a 4x scope, and it is a bit more of like an automatic rifle.
Two times
For
scope.
those of you who, what's that?
2x scope.
Did they nerf the scope too?
Yep.
For fuck's sake. Okay. More I missed. Understood. All right, back to a 2x scope. The LE has that. Understood. Got it. And generally speaking, you will have a lot of ammo. Shoots a little bit faster than the DC-15S, so it's a little bit more unwieldy. In particular, this is contrasted with the DC-15LE that the marksman will have. The LE has the 4x scope and has a bit of a slower fire rate, but I believe it also utilizes 60 rounds. Let me make sure of that.
20 to 40.
20 to 40. Got it. No, 40. It's 40. 40. Okay. Yes, the update really fucked me up for quite a bit. My apologies. To quickly go over those two roles really fast, the riflemen here are going to be expected to do the bulk of breaching, holding actions, and grunt work. You're encouraged to hold security and to destroy the enemy that you find at all times. The reason for this is that you will be a non-special role. It's okay to be a non-special role. It just means that you're going to be kicking the door before everyone else does, typically. In contrast to the marksman, using the LE, you'll be expecting to basically provide light overwatch, stay in the rear, and utilize your scope at a decent distance out, usually staying nearby the team, but not too close, so that way you're not in the front lines. This is also in contrast to the sniper role, which will also be made available a bit later, using the target blaster. It has a 3-round magazine from the 10 rounds it had before. So every shot you make will be highly accurate, but you'll have to reload a lot more if you fire a lot. You'll be basically handling direct overwatch, light engagement, and to remove entrench-based threats, such as turrets and the mortars and the like that you find. To move further on, the AT rifle uses the RPS and the PLX. At the moment, the only kit that is made available for AT is the PLX. I have one in the making for the RPS, and that is almost made. I just want to make a couple more adjustments. But the RPS is basically point fire, and the PLX, which is on the back of, I think that is that over there. I saw it earlier. Yep. 8248 has the rocket, I believe. Yeah, that big thing there, that too, is a wire-guided rocket. The more thin one that I'll show you later in the course is a point and click. However, the point and click has a bit more of a drop to it. The AT rifleman, same as your typical rifleman. However, your job is to eliminate armored threats if support cannot be called. unless threats are too close for cast or ATT engagement. I'll be going over their support a bit later. As 7357 explained earlier, the auto rifleman uses DC-15A or the DC-15L from 3AS is allowed. I do prefer if you use the DC-15A because it just has a lot of ammo. We can share ammo, and you won't be by yourself if you run out. Generally speaking, your job will be for suppression, and you'll be able to also do light rifleman roles, as again, you have the DC-15A, pretty decent weapon for that. The Z6, some of us have it here in the room. Freedom 47 in particular has one, and I believe 0121 as well. The Z6 is a very special weapon because I am allowing them to have several fun things, such as the weapon shield. They will be very important for pushing threats, as they'll be able to suppress, but also be able to turtle shield for us, as they have the weapon shield they can throw ahead and start walking forward with withering fire. I'll be going over that in a future note here, probably near the weapons range, just so that way we shoot down range and not on the ship and blow a hole, and we don't get kicked out of the simulation. Technician, those will be using shields. They'll be handling EOD and logistics. Predominantly, their job will be to coordinate with the ATT and make sure that if we need resupply, we know where it is and it's close by and close at hand, so that way we do not miss anything. Missing ammunition is a problem that I am hoping to solve here. Another role, medic, should be pretty straightforward. If you're hurt, go to them. If it's something you can bandage, bandage it. If you're not familiar with bandaging, I will be going over medical in a later training. ATTE, the ATTE crew will be our mobile headquarters. Like I said, it'll handle our resupply and our transport. It can hold up to half a platoon, I believe, and generally speaking, has a lot of firepower on it. It is not, however, invincible. For those of you who have been through testing, it can take about 2 or 3 rockets, a couple of AT rounds, but generally speaking, it will kill the crew before it kills the vehicle half the time. So we need to be careful with it, as it is our main base of fire, but also our home on field. One of the last few roles is our pilots. They will be handling CAS, that's close air support, transport for bringing us to and fro from the ship, and CAP, which is close air something, which I don't really think about CAP because it is rarely used a lot of times until recently, because it is anti-air, dealing with lots of HMPs and vulture droids. Everyone tracking that so far?
Chill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, now the final two I'm going to be going over is basically leadership. Pretty simple. Team leaders, your job will be to handle small teams and make sure that whatever the squad leader needs to get done or upper command, you'll get it done. This is to make it easier on us, so that way we don't have a big gaggle of people trying to get orders from the same guy, because frankly, that will give them a headache and they'll quickly burn out. So, for team leaders, you guys will be the main soul of our element. Without you, the entire element will fall because of lacking communication. We do not want that. Same for a squad leader. A squad leader will be handling team leaders. That way, if you're missing part of the mission, you're missing part of the plan, they'll fill you in and help get you organized. Excuse me. One of the major things I will be giving to the squad leaders is a medic. They'll be having the medics in the squad level. I will also be giving them the technician here in the future, but for now I'll be holding on to them just to make sure that I do not overwhelm them, but that will be a later date. Some of us have asked about making official teams as well, which I will be actually making here and now to start getting that ready. Though we are missing effectively half the Discord, because as you know, the unit always starts with half of those who want to say they'll show up, they do not show up. And so you guys get first dibs. So with that said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have those who want to be team leaders please step forward. We'll get teams adjusted, and then from there, I will get us on the range for weapon familiarity, rockets, vehicles, all the fun stuff we want to use. Okay, cool. All right, at this time, what we're going to do, outside of the ATTE crew and the, excuse me, ATTE crew and the LATs, I'm going to have these team leaders go back into their yellow marks and just basically have people fall in and kind of do a little bit of shuffling. That way we can get that organized, and these will be your teams unless we want to move things around. That way, I'm not being an asshole and saying, you're going here, you're going here. Makes sense? Everyone happy with that? No problems?
I got it.
Cool. Team leads, go into a yellow spot. Past that point,
disgusting.
Sorry, Jay.
I want my boy.
We'll miss you, Fade.
Okay, well, I gotta give this guy at least one person. Yeah. There you go. That's just fucked up.
Damn. Pity enlistment.
Damn.
No, they're shuffling each other. Don't start saying that. People are still figuring out where they want to go.
I got you, 1991. That was a great year. It was a great year.
Jeez.
I really have no idea either.
Who is that? I have no idea. I wasn't born.
I wasn't either, but I know it was a great year, damn it.
I want to be a medic. I want
Lots
to
of codes.
stab people and make them better.
We
I
medics
used to
don't
be a
stab people like
I
that.
used to be a
Yep,
medic too.
found 10. Go back to medical school, please.
In fact, medics do stab people. They have scalpels.
Any other any last ones before I start moving people? All right, cool. All right, if you do not have a team at this moment, looks like 9704 is currently out.
Whoa. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, look, being a little lazy there, buddy. Almost got caught. All right, caught lacking. All right, 7008 9281. How about you stand behind 1991 there? Keep it simple. That'll be 4, 4, and 3. Is that lit? Actually, no. That's 4, 5, and 3. Okay. Let's see. So we have a Z6 over here. Marksman. Let's see.
And Grenadier.
Grenadier. Okay. Rockin'. Okay. Easily done. Then we have our support crew over here. That's cool. Okay. All right. Excellent. All right. That's easy for me to deal with right now. Okay. All right. Teams will be a little bit special, a little broken up. That's fine. We'll have more people come in, and we'll fill them in from there. At this point in time, I'm going to take some screenshots, so please stay still, so that way I can reference that later. So that way I can put that on the Orbat.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not Wolfian.
Your name is highly fucking faded for no reason.
It's not Frost. I'm Vivian.
Oh, it's Viv. Hi.
All right, cool. Oh,
No, I mean 884.
all right, so what's going to happen here is going to be simple. How I'll be handling teams, I've debated it for a while, is it will be a Marsoc standard, because I like the Marsoc layout. It's 2 5-man teams and then a 4-man command element. Later, I will be adjusting the groups, so one of the teams here will be under a second squad later, but at the moment we'll all run as 3 fire teams under a single squad leader, just to keep it a little simple. However, in our next training, we will be basically working with the actual layout, as I will have another squad leader pick by that point. Make sense? No issues? Cool.
No issues
So-
here, sir.
What?
I said no issues here, sir.
Gotcha. All right, so next what we'll be going over is over the ranges. That way you can see some weapons and get them in your hands. If you all follow me and not click too early, unlike some people in the room, I will take you to where you can start shooting. Please follow me. All right, at this time, you're all going to start mouse wheeling down. You're going to be moving from where it says the rifle simulation. You're going to mouse wheel down so it says the rifle simulation, and then you're going to hit space or whatever key you have bound for your use action. Please do so. There'll be rifle simulation. If you go to the wrong area, you can mouse on any of the doors that you came in from, and it should take you straight there. It'll take you to the main area, which should be in the lat area.
Rifle simulation.
Yep, should be at the bottom.
I got a knife. What the shit?
User joined your channel.
We should.
Well, I've already forgotten who I was a part of.
I guess we'll all do that.
Alrighty.
Where's my squad leader?
Oh, boo.
I know where is he?
Are we missing another person?
We are missing.
All right.
Ah, there he is.
These will be relatively easy. My 3-man, please go to the left side over here. My 5-man, stand in the middle over here. And then my 4-man, stand right over here. How about that? Alright, cool.
I transferred my fucking TeamSpeak back to automatic.
And then my pilots and ATT crew go on the right side here. My pilots and ATT crew on the right. So 3, 5, and 4, and then 8. And then
Suppressive fire!
Ignore the droids. They should not be able to talk. They are very special droids. We had very overacting actors for these clankers here.
Welcome to the simulations. Everybody should know that they are still as buggy as always.
Paul or Pony or Patrick.
That's a lot of testosterone going through them.
All right, so at this point in time, I should have everyone relatively here.
Covering
So,
fire!
shit!
See that?
Is that you're all going to look at these boxes. There are a number of weapons that generally you will be using on field. You see the sniper, the A and S, all that stuff like that. We do not have any combat here, so you shoot them as you wish. What I want from you all, as I have a strategy of 40, 50 clankers down here, you are free to test the weapons and shoot them. Just get used to them. I'll give us a couple of minutes to get acquainted with the weapons, and then I'll go over a little bit of the details again about them. So if you want to, just line up, grab whatever you want from that box there. You should be able to easily just interact with the inventory, grab the ammo, and
Oh, wait, no.
Yep, go right ahead and just going off the...
Oh, let's find more of these droids for them.
How do you switch scope again?
It's control right click.
Control right?
Say again?
Actually load in fire. It's been a long ass time since I played.
Alright, just make sure your gun is loaded. And fire your weapons. Aiming down the side. Right over this way. Up, and left click. Press
I'm chilling.
alright.
I don't have.
Alright.
A little bit. like I said.
Which one?
Three of them went up, Alright, so, quick notes. If you guys look at 0121 at the moment and are, let's see here. I can't see the number, I'm too lazy to look right now. On my right. Essentially, when you aim down the Z6, as you can see, you'll basically be able to walk and shoot as if you are really bracing. It'll make them a little bit more accurate. For the sake of this test, since we are on a range, 0121, I want you to find where it says the weapon shield by pressing left control G, and you'll switch your grenades, and I want you to basically throw that grenade once you have it selected.
Personal shield.
Yep, sorry. Already Z6 users have. So, for example, if I let's say, they'll be my shield. So, 0121 start shooting, right? I can fall behind this one. Walk up, shoot, and I can start easily. Because if we ever want to destroy an objective, we can simply fall behind these people and not die. Unless they get shot with rockets or explosives, and then at that point we're in bad news. But this will be followed up with so we're going over that as well in our testing and training to ensure that we all are aware of how this works. Is anyone confused on any of the weapons so far that are in the box? Any issues with them at all? Anything we're missing at all?
No problem.
No. No issues at all? Cool. Alright, so what I want to quickly go over. Crazy work. Alright.
Enough that I didn't hear it, so I don't know whether
So,
to be
any questions
offended
for
or
crew, air crew, anything over here?
what the other thing is.
What's up?
We're good.
Okay, I started straight talking. Alright, so, alright, what's gonna happen here is that as you see, these weapons are gonna be given to certain MOSs. As I've mentioned, the LE to marksman, the A to be for the auto rifleman or for basic rifleman as well. The sniper has a target blaster. Again, some of these roles will be presented here in the next training. I plan on actually doing, just as a quick note, probably only one other training before going into our first campaign. So, yay for us, we want to be on this map for long. So, hopefully, if this goes well, we're going to get into more fun stuff faster. Next thing on the fun list, however, I need you all to look at that flag there behind you. We're going to be going to the AT simulation, because it's right over there, and I don't feel like walking. And we can teleport ourselves right over there. Let's see here. Now, just look at the flag. It may be a little bit finicky because it likes to be a bit, but once you see it, you should be able to go straight. Alright. Same thing applies. Once you are here, go look at the boxes, and you can then fire the rockets. Do not fire it yet, because we have backblast, and you will kill your team. Do not do that, please. Again, do not fire the rockets just yet. Make sure you guys get some distance from each other, spread out a little bit before firing the rockets, because you will kill your friendlies. Let's see, we're missing a couple other people. Oh, they're actually running. Oh my god. Why would you do that?
Is that my team? I hope it is. I really hope it is.
What?
Yes.
They run before anyone starts teleporting.
Wait, no, okay, that's not my team.
It's just I love you. That's all.
Five guys clear!
Alright.
They literally just said, do not fire rockets.
And then I asked if our backblast is clear, are we free to fire? And I heard a yes from Azariel.
I did not. My
They
apologies.
did not say that.
I was answering someone else that one time. But it's okay. It's okay. If you heard a yes, that's on me. Because I'm yelling. All right, we have everyone here. Okay, so real quick, everyone spread out along the line that we don't get hit with backblast. It's fine. Make sure you grab a rocket that we can test it out. These vehicles will respawn rapidly. So do not worry about cook-off. Do not worry about getting blown up. Just make sure you do not backblast anybody. So again, test these rockets. Quick note. So the HP variant, I believe, unless they renamed it on me again because they updated recently. They did not. Perfect. Okay. Is a disposable. Right? Oh, never mind. Excuse me. They renamed it. God damn it. The disposal launcher is disposable. The HP is not no longer disposable. The PLX is wire guided. The RPS is a point and fire.
Rifle have a rocket tip?
So what you're gonna do here is you can reload the HP. So if you want to take the HP, do so. If you want to use the disposable, you'll fire it once and you'll drop it. If you want to use the PLX, it's wire guided, so it will follow your cursor. At this time, take aim at a target. I'm gonna get out of the range of 8248 so I get black blasted, and you are free to fire on these aircraft. Because we got backblast at one point that I get later.
About my philosophical lifestyle.
Real quick, as you guys see, these vehicles die stupidly fast in rockets. Again, we will have to make sure we hit them because, frankly, they'll be moving very rapidly. In a bit, I will spawn some for you to all shoot at. However, I also want our vehicle crew up there to shoot at some of them so you can see how powerful this mass cannon is. I don't know if they can hear me though, so I have to go over to them because they are already in there.
Alright, everyone point at the ATT.
What? Alpha, don't do that. Red team, don't do that.
Should we not just be on 100?
I'll just look at it.
I can hear myself. Health damage. 3. Is everyone healed? No, I'm dead.
Everyone's healed, no one else is wounded, making sure.
Oh, no, I'm healed, yeah.
Both sides are fractured.
Does it fix emotional damage?
Sadly, it does not.
Nothing fixes that.
Alright.
Nothing fixes that.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do really fast here, now that we've had some time with some rockets, I'm gonna teleport us all over to a CQB simulation. This will be a dry area, there will be no enemies here, just so you can observe the area, look at danger areas. And I'll be teleporting over there in a second, once I move all of us. Is there anyone who currently needs help with keybinds?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Is there a
Negative,
HUD,
Captain.
or are we good?
No HUD.
Perfect.
I have a
Then I'm
HUD.
chilling.
Are you blood?
What?
I'm not gonna question it. I'm not gonna question it. I'll worry about it later. I'll worry about you later in my head. No. Alright. If you do not need anything for keybinds, please stand over there for me on my to my west. If you need keybinds, stand to my east, and I'll get to you here in a second.
Oh wait, I do need help.
ahead and stay on the east. Alright. Yes. Alright, take care. Alright. And
User left your channel.
let's see here. 5110. I'm going to be having you take a look at the CCTV area. You'll be actually leading men through it here in a bit. So I want you to get very intimately familiar with that and your guys and how you want them to attack it, because I cannot put it on the map. So what I'll tell you is you'll be walking through with them and looking at how you want to move on it. Sound good? Alright. So go ahead and stay with your guys. I'm teleporting you guys here.
You can take it on my face.
Oh, sorry. Did you want me to show them the trench
You
and
left over
squad
there.
shield?
Not yet. That'll be later. I haven't
Who did
ordered.
you just Goomba stomp?
1991 is on this side. They're out with an arsenal right now, so I'll leave them for now. So you guys are over here. So the fucking work.
Goomba stomp.
There we go.
Yeah, that makes
Right.
sense.
Oh shit!
I know this very well.
You lost me to Sunder Doctrine.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Are we supposed to be on 101?
Just a team lead, yeah.
Oh, just team. So who we lost somebody?
Green team,
So
check in.
every time we need you
What-
to
what,
Hulk out, I'll just say Sunder
Jump
Doctrine.
on 104.
104? Okay.
Yeah.
104 check.
Oh, Vivian left.
Don't do it.
Did I just...
Wolf, you sweet.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was you? You tapped me?
Yeah.
Vivian isn't here. I believe they went off.
I believe in you.
Okay, Sentry, what were the last
Sentry.
one?
Sentry.
What the fuck is with... Sorry, I just got home from work. Fucking don't mind me.
Exile yourself. Go. Go. Exile yourself.
Leave.
Alright, radio check 101.
Go for 101. This is 91.
Alright, team leads is going to start looking at the area. We have time to actually get used to it, start looking at it.
Come in.
Good check.
I guess Zari now. We're stealing Zari.
Yep, just going to start taking a look at it, gentlemen. Why is red team still back there?
I'm here.
Yeah, just you. Everyone
Wait,
can come in and start looking.
Okay.
We're taking a look at it. We're walking through it.
Wait, how many teams do we have? I thought we only had 3 teams.
You said team leads come through, so I didn't know.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah, team lead's gonna have your team start looking through, start looking at the area. This is where we're gonna kind of start getting good eyes on. Look inside the buildings, get a good look to, you know, get used to how they are.
Is that right? What team you on? Okay. Alright, so let's have a look. So in here, here, and there's obviously dudes. There's one up here.
I am very
And they
familiar
will-
with this area.
They were fucking boring.
Thank you. If you can mush everyone through, make sure that they're not taking too long understanding the buildings. These buildings are new to me, so I'm definitely getting used to them.
A lot of these buildings are pretty simple. They should be open inside, and then some of them have
I was being
up. But as far as I remember,
sarcastic.
Usually they use an accent when you're being sarcastic. You good?
What the fuck's all gonna
We are
fucking-
setting
Know
a
that.
fine example here.
We're the special forces. Doesn't mean we're...
These buildings are fucking gas trapped. How much else can I have?
Yeah.
100%.
$1.
don't know a place that sells it for 50 cents.
Team leads, make sure your teams are also get an idea of this area, just because we are going to be doing a live fire here eventually.
98, 84.
If run through it with them now.
There's this way.
Well, like,
Good.
Jay.
So, huh?
I doubt every town's gonna be like this, so we can just take it as we go. I don't think you should make a plan now. At that point, yeah, you check those.
Yeah, well, guess what? I have like tea and urinal water.
If your teams are good and have a good understanding of how the AO is going to be, go on and step outside of the CQB area. Have your teams line up behind you so you can go and get a final call on teams, make sure radios are established, things of that nature.
If
Who is that? Oh, that's McMillan.
Wait, what? No, on team?
No. Okay. That's what his thing. No, he just AFK.
Okay, line up behind me.
I'm be stepping away for just a couple minutes. Coming down.
You started this butter.
What's up?
You started the yawning.
I fucking hate you.
I can miss my old armor that I used to have, which was.
Let's not make this
surprisingly,
a fucking
the
chain.
colors
I
were
very nearly yawned back into my mic after Fade did.
with more
Bro, you mentioned the word yawn. God damn.
Green team is already there, so I kind of follow them.
Oh no, that's because we were told to come back when we have an understanding of the AO.
We have a little bit of time. We're fine.
I have become full.
I think everyone just likes putting their dick in dirty space, I guess.
57. I think some of your team has lost their minds.
So, how do I put this in my skull?
They lost their minds. I think it's a little more than that.
Yep.
They got brain worms.
I wish for death. I
If
wish.
you look at the map, our current location is on the left side of the simulation.
Coming for you, Higgins.
I can't wait for another clone to apparently have fucking force abilities, even though not a single one of the other one does.
You were not the first person to tell me that. I don't know what it's from.
No, in Star Wars, there's a in the Disney version of Star Wars, one clone specifically has force capabilities.
Oh shit.
Even though it's literally, again, a clone, and no other clones have
People
floor.
keep calling it the Tism.
The Tism.
I don't know.
I think
you're
Sin's
being
broken.
summoned. They called the Tism.
Yeah, I'm seeing it too. Don't worry.
Where?
Hey,
Wolfie,
1750.
wrong
Can you
Huh?
can you cancel
Wrong
animations?
person.
No, I'm good.
I didn't hear anyone talking.
Oh my god.
There is nothing wrong. You are not
Oh,
seeing me as
shit.
anything other than I am.
Whoa, that's a big fire!
Yeah, what am I thinking about?
All right.
Down the dog.
Hello, everybody. Sorry about grabbing you. So, real quick, while they're fighting there, I want to go over something. You won't really be able to see much, unfortunately, but you just went through the area you'll be going through a situation. There will be enemies there you'll be engaging. There will be no armor, just infantry. Your goal will be to clear the area out, work together as a team, set your radios as you need to, and move through, so that way I can evaluate how you all are as one big squad.
That's a good question. Are we expected to move in as one big unit together, as in every single team together, or are you splitting us off into like different teams will run through, then you'll reset and another team will go through?
The entire squad will be going through.
Copy.
So we're all one big family today. We're all ready for the battle coming ahead.
The antenna.
I don't know
Over
it
your
from
head.
Alabama.
BTS.
All
Oh, I don't even
750.
know how I got it.
What are the pilots doing?
Pilots, you'll be going through this. That way, in the event that you have to fight because you get shot or survive, you have the survival skills to deal with it. As is a possibility. I'm sure you saw with the 9704.
Hey, hi. Can you?
What
Are you gonna be the
radio? Which
squad
actually
lead, or
don't
who's gonna be
want
squad
my
lead?
team.
5110 will be squad leading. There'll be this guy with the nice comma right here.
They're your permanent squad leader.
Alright, any other questions?
Alabama.
Alright. Let's see here. For the sake of ease, we'll have 1701 stay with 1313, you'll be going with the element. You'll be their technician. So if you want to quickly go over 1313, I want you to throw a trench shield towards the course there. That way they see. Now, quick note for those who are not aware, the 501st is a mod that is in debate for me at the moment. This mod allows us to throw a trench shield. This thing here is going to last for about, I think, 90 seconds. It's a bit loud. However, if you were to get shot at, for example, as you see, crew, little blasters get stuck up on it, sluggers get stuck up on it, so you can keep yourself alive if you fight. The squad leader and team leaders can call for these in order to make mobile cover. That way, you, in the event of concealment, can safely hunker down and have some fire made for you by having them stay steady and cover them. This will be your best friend. In the event of a mass casualty situation, I've also called for the technician to do a squad shield. For those of you who are aware of squad shield, as they're a big bubble. Now, something about I do not prohibit it. I think the squad shield does. Trench shield does. What?
Sorry, what? I'm talking myself in the eyes. I said the noise is making my brain working.
Alright.
I have it on recording. The exactly just said it.
Alright,
So do I.
that's it. Are there any questions or anything I just told you or anything you're at the table?
Sorry, so it isn't.
Somewhere between 90 to 100.
seconds. The squad shield, I believe, is about
Picking up.
get in a nice little clump. You guys will be teleported under a shield. You will be
5110.
Nope, you two can back up
Just doing the question. It's primarily for him. Trying to actually figure out what radio he wants my team on.
Alright, let's go over there. I'll teleport you once you're ready. Let me know once you're ready, Charlie.
What radio do you actually want to do?
Yeah, reload your kit if you needed to, really fast.
Pilots.
Yeah, I want to just join off with me real quick so we can...
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
That's what I'm trying to do. What radio do you want on this squad?
Our leads would be on... or 101 or
I know about the team lead. What about the teams themselves?
Well, I know, but I'm just...
User left your channel.
So we can
User
do,
joined your channel.
101 tech 1, tech 2. At 3, it looks like we have 3 teams.
You said 100?
No. Don't worry about that. 100 would be something along the lines of what I'm going to be on.
Do you still have heavy weapon teams? Are you still running that?
As far as I'm aware, however, people were saying that there's already a green team established. We were already established.
Still do one. When we get in there, I'm gonna have you. I'll get that.
Yeah, just keep it to the standard of 101.3 if that's the case then.
Are you on it?
I'd say that's just
Team leads, is everyone ready?
9281, 7008, and 0121. Our specific radio channel that we're going to be talking on is going to be 101 TAC 3.
Okay, how do I set that up again?
You're going to be doing Control P, that pulls up your radio.
Okay.
You're going to hover over the current frequency, which is the C1 and then the numbers to the right.
Okay.
You're gonna left click it, and you're gonna be able to type that in. You can double click it to highlight all of it, or you can just click it once and then backspace.
Okay.
The numbers you're gonna input are gonna be 101 TAC 3. It's gonna be just that. It's basically 101 period 3.
And then hit set.
Hit set, and there we go.
Okay.
Once you do that, make sure you do a radio check, which is an activation of your caps lock if you have it set for caps lock.
Hello?
Good. Alright. 9281, mind doing it real quick.
Yeah, sure thing.
Cool, there we go. What about you, 121?
Actually,
of course. Yep, we're all joining on it.
We were told by Gyre to jump on green.
Yeah, 104.
This one is yellow. Uh, 7008, join up.
Confirm radio check 101 sequence.
Good check.
Alright, 5110, you good to go?
51-7 copies.
We're all good to go, I think.
Alright, we're not gonna be stand by for teleportation.
Then we're standing by. Red will be Alpha, green will be Bravo, yellow will be Charlie.
You'll be under a shield. You should be relatively safe as you go in there. Unless you get,
Copy,
shut
Red's
down
Alpha.
before, that happens. Glitches.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Charlie, I want you to sit and give us base of fire towards the CQB area whenever we're breaching.
Who's that to?
Charlie, yellow.
I'm on yellow.
Can you say that one more time?
Join Alpha.
Whenever we're going to attack, can you give us a good base of fire and overwatch as we breach this area?
I can most certainly apply that. If that's going to be the case, if you want us to give you an overworking fire support, you're gonna need to have a much wider starting position than this. Because otherwise we're gonna have to bound to the first one and then we could start providing fire.
Just kind of watch the those towers and the main entrance really, while we just push the sides of the walls, clear out base infantry, and then you can follow up.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. But we're, before we can even start, we have to push through the first set of barricades, and that's it.
Alpha's ready.
After I'm going to send the guys up so they'll be able to provide support for you.
Yeah, that works.
Alright, Alpha, going in, are you on the left side or the right side? Alpha, going to start breaching compound tower on the left. Bravo, going to start breaching wall on the right. Going to time now, double time it, we're going to have Charlie provide support.
Copy, push.
Yeah.
Hey, they're running in.
Oh, yeah.
Want to provide smoke entry.
For now, I'll help you out here in a moment. For now, alright, let's move up. Our job is to provide overwatch for the towers.
Do you want Bravo to go over the wall?
Yep, just stay right here at the first barricade.
The wall or provide security at the wall, and then we'll push through.
That was an interesting smoke. My team, we're staying here at the barricades. We're overlooking on the towers. That way the rest of the teams can move in.
Your teams are free to breach.
Nothing in the tower so far.
Nothing.
Alright. My team bound to the next barricade.
Alpha's tower's clear.
Charlie will be able to provide overwatch there that we just need.
Alright, okay.
We're keeping our marks for the tower.
Charlie, make sure you're going and get on top of center. I believe we're a green team. Bravo just took over. Because it looks like Market's gonna kind of give you a bit of trouble.
Alright, let's go. 7,000.
Yep.
As a footnote, just as a precaution, you guys are on 101.3, correct?
Correct.
101.3.
101.3.
Yep.
What's your current location?
101.
Give me a secret.
Alpha's good.
Checking in on 101.
We're in the canteen.
You're coming in. You're good.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. Follow me.
5110, do you want Bravo to keep moving?
Bravo now.
Alpha's ready to keep moving north.
Copy, you're clear. Keep moving north.
9301. Charlie's got this one. We're gonna post up right here.
Can you call for medic?
Allows us to continue forward.
Taking fire! ArmA. Gotta love the try being your way out. I've tried. It just injured me, but I'm stuck.
I've got you. Give me 1 second. Hey, squad lead. This is 7008 is currently stuck inside of one of the guys.
Push up or not.
I'm free. I'm just
Bravo's
hurting.
going to stack up on the building.
Fine.
Understood. Bravo's understood.
Advance!
Alright, Bravo's moving to the cathedral now. Or the spaceport now.
Enemy fire!
Squad, come over here. Gonna do a little bit of an advanced movement, literally. Look down, press Shift V.
Gunner, get in that vehicle!
It's okay.
Can you have a look see at 121?
What do you got a tourniquet on? Do I have?
You can follow this one on you.
Can I get a medic in my position?
Clear that side of the room. That one right over there.
Wait, what?
Gunner, get in that vehicle!
He's not dead.
Hold that fire.
Open this door.
Hold your fire on what?
Firing into the spaceport just barely missed my team.
Understood. Sure my team.
Cool.
Hey, fam, let's move.
Report in. Over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I got armored into a building.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Opening.
Need help!
There's a wall. Yeah, there's a wall right here. Which means we have to go in from the side. Push over here.
Alpha 0.
Alpha's doing pretty good. Still all 5 up.
Report in.
Bravo 0.
Interesting. Okay.
Alpha, are you able to send one of your medics to spaceport?
Dropped it on me.
I've gone ahead and looked around this entire building right here.
Jay's down
There's no other way to get inside that building. It's just walled off.
Alpha, I need your medic at spaceport.
We'll enjoy it.
Wait,
one,
keep
our,
another
team leader's down.
one for another 15 minutes.
Yep. Okay, I'm good.
Good?
I need your medic at spaceport.
Alright, 7,000. Let's go, Charlie. We're moving over.
Yep.
They can stay, I'm sending a Charlie's medic. You're good.
They need blood now.
Yeah, we think friendly fire. There were quite a few grenades there.
Yep, I'm getting blood.
Got it.
Be advised.
Once you get...
Squad leader, be advised. You said you were sending Wolfie back, or are you sending a Charlie medic over?
Charlie, Wolfie.
5110, Bravo squad lead is down. Taking charge.
So, copy.
Hold
Where
on,
do you
I
need
gotcha. 1 second. One, you don't
Differ.
I'm gonna give you some.
Alright, Bravo, we're gonna start pushing north and clearing.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. When we watch left, you're gonna watch left. 121, you're gonna be watching right. That way we have crossfire. That way we're not having fire.
Bravo, let's go.
I'm moving with Bravo.
It works.
Hey, someone's taking my medic. Tell them to fuck off, please. I'm back up. Broken arm. I need my medic back. Copy. George remaining in AO. Charlie team going to start fanning out. Everyone fan out buildings.
We're going to be fanning out at this time. We're going to start back at the start, and we're going to push back over here to the middle. Basically doing a sweep, making sure everybody's dead. The only room that we cannot enter is that one because there's an obvious wall. So 7,008 is going to be preoccupied for now. So it's just going to be us two.
Sector should be clear.
We're starting with these two, and then we're going to be making our way back.
Yeah,
to the
just double
Hollow
tap the bodies that we see, because they like to get back up on you.
Yep. Tower is clear. Move to the building across. You two can clear this one. I'll hold security out here.
That side clear.
Cool. Clear this tower.
This is Bravo. This is Bravo. Actual backup. Backup.
So have everyone regroup with their teams. Looks like Alpha and Bravo on the north side.
Charlie is currently clearing buildings from the start of the simulation.
Solid copy. Everyone just do a double takeover.
I'm back here.
I'm gonna get in
Where are you
contact
guys
with
at?
6 to see if there's anything.
Come back to the start of our simulation.
Copy.
Copy.
Alpha should be ready to move when you need us.
Entry to town to be clear.
Citations. We are currently clear. We have 2 personnel currently clearing this tower. Oh, speaking of, they should be done now.
Alright. Come back to the shield. Last door destroyed.
Cool. And now we're heading back to the shield, it seems.
How do you do that was fun and exciting.
Double tap C.
Thank you.
One of these days, it's fine.
We just have to make sure that that gets finished before the end.
Just give it some time. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, well, they removed my throw grenades on G.
Everyone's gonna be getting EQs. If you wanna relay that to your
Probably
teams.
not gonna happen unless it's on purpose.
Yeah. We'll assume this is what I think it is. Yep, reload your kit.
Your arsenals. Go ahead and reload your kit, please.
The legs off this con.
Again, box the arsenals, reload your kit, please. Make sure they know that. 5110.
And the gonk has legs. It's just currently in deactivated position.
Aw, cute.
Oh god, no, no.
User left your
Arsenal
channel.
boxes.
User left your channel.
Going to get your
Join
kit
your
back.
channel.
Everyone's getting a heal.
User
Arsenal
joined
boxes
your
here for
channel.
ammo. Going to
Once you are done, just get behind, line up behind me.
You said that wrong in that.
Everyone has that fancy.
Oh, shit.
I'm just gonna remove the shield from down.
You saying something?
Oh my
That
god,
way.
I don't want to hear muffled.
You were muffled a bit, so.
User left your channel.
anymore,
User joined your
Make sure to
channel.
reset your radio frequencies if you want to just loading your kit.
User left your channel.
Just back up a little
Make
bit.
sure you make a radio profile if your radio is blocked.
That's true.
I'll be going over that after this, or after the base clearing, because it's something that's kind of like general.
Just line up behind us,
Get used to
981
doing it.
and 9000.
Important.
Okay. I feel like I'm short.
I don't know. I feel like they set
You're
off
short.
too far the side, so we'll go
Could be
here.
shorty.
It's fine.
Genetic aberration.
So really quick while they're grabbing their stuff, how'd it go? 5110. Any thoughts?
Was it 101.4?
Point 3.
got the team screwed out towards the end, so I didn't do as much planning, but we're on the fly. I think they didn't find it until it looks like we had a blue on blue in the spaceport. We probably just kind of confirm with another team. Just kind of more team leads talking to each other. I think we probably help out a bit more in closer areas like this.
So encourage team lead communication. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think I'd appreciate med partners. I think we're doing good with our medics.
Okay.
No
Alright, so, next thing on the list here, I will actually be giving aviation some time with their birds. We will be doing a base clearing simulation now. This is more spread out, a lot less CQB, and a lot more taking a fortified position from open ground. You'll find a lot of open ground in the campaign we'll be going into, and so thus we'll be preparing for that. The Kaminoans, unfortunately, however, does not have an accurate representation of these Trade Federation's defenses, so we'll be fighting sort of more skilled threats that will be within the region itself. At this time, I'll be calling in the ATTE as well to move to the location and to support you once they get there. And the LAT crew, please go to the flag, get your LATs, and you'll be ready to run Overwatch here. I believe you should have a long range. Is that true, Trevor? Press Alt P.
Yep. Wait.
Okay, you have long range.
No, no, I do not.
Alt P. Nothing.
Yep.
Oh, you do. Set that to 8.2. You will communicate with them over 8.2 just so I can listen for this one. Again, to go to the flag, go to the main area, pilots, and you can grab your birds.
Okay.
8.2 will be for air for this one.
No, put it down. No, put it down. You know you can reload your kit, right?
Will I be staying behind for this one, sir?
No, you're with the squad. Again, technicians will be a squad. During our testing, I acted as squad leader and had 5110 as assistant squad leader. That will no longer be the case, as I'll be giving 5110 the reins of the squad for as of now, essentially. So, you'll be with them. Alright. So, with that said...
pilots and vehicle crew leave already?
Yes, they already... If you want to coordinate with them, I can move them to an area you can coordinate before you go.
I was just trying to make sure I have an accurate understanding of who's going, and no more motion between the squads, so I can see who's here.
Yep. There's no more motion. Once you're ready to move on the base clearing, go ahead and take the flag up to the base clearing simulation. Should be taking you to the center of the map. I'll be moving the ATT crew and the pilots nearby, but they'll be able to work at your discretion. And as for starting, you can start whenever you are ready. Alright. You'll be going with them as well as advisors, as planned. 1701. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna chart. Crate at this time, begin moving towards the base clearing simulation, please. So.
Yep. I'll be on 100 to be able to talk to you with this but I'll be your advisor with you, sir.
Copy that.
Sit in traffic.
Alright, team leads, if
There's
you're
already
already
one
going
over
to
there,
take the
there
flag
was one
and
from
keep
the
to
training
base
area this time.
simulation.
When you get to the flag, do it one at a time, or we're not cluttering it. You're looking for base simulation.
Right?
Oh, fuck's sake, 101 again.
Remember the flag below the
Base simulation.
Flag, just look at it, look down a little bit, you should be able to teleport. Remember, you're going to the base clearing simulation.
I know.
Base clearing simulation, yep.
We're gonna be blue.
Wait, what am I going to again?
Base clearing simulation.
ArmA copy.
Just hold out behind us. We're not gonna take it.
Other teams be advised they're moving up on us.
101 TAC 3, correct.
Got it.
Make sure your
Squad lead, you got me.
radios are actually good to go.
Squad leads back in
Check.
Squad lead, be advised, we're being advanced currently.
Alright,
Yep.
Seeing as this is already starting, at this point in time, we're going to do a side-at-side. 0121, you are going to be in the front.
The base
You are going to have your weapon at the ready. You will have your shields at the ready. You will not use them until I say otherwise.
Squad, alright, we're gonna go in and assault from the left. We're gonna use the barricades. Go on and have Bravo go on and get on that barricade closest to us and provide us base of fire. Get a marksman on those towers as well. Alpha, go on and start things and pressing fire so Bravo can use set up. Same thing with you, Charlie. Correction, Charlie, cover right so the towers on the right.
That's about the fucking
Crash the vehicle. 121. Start pushing. Start fighting. Everybody else follow behind. Start fighting. Cover fire. We're trying to go right now. Get to the cover. Get to the cover. Get to the cover. Do not stop. Everybody's ready to cover most for the enemy.
Alpha's ready to push up squad. We have constantly coming from this side. It's also the fact that there's more troops coming from this side. Gives us the ability to have time for ArmA and Bravo to push. Capiche?
Might need to switch to yelling.
I am on yelling.
Squad lead, this is Bravo. We're going to move up to the next barrier.
Checking?
Still quiet.
I don't know what's going on. Testing?
Stand message again.
We're moving to the next barrier.
Okay, I'm gonna push from your rear. I want to give them a good base of fire.
I'm gonna do this instead.
Charlie Zero.
Charlie's still good. We're going to be covering from the right-hand side, so as soon as we get the chance, we're going to be bounding to the wall to our right. We are going to be covering from this point on for Alpha and Bravo. It's just for the sole fact that we have on-ground troops coming in from both of the citadels to our front and the right-hand side. Our job is to make sure we provide cover, and we can push up from there. Got it? Alright, 0121, you're going to be our vanguard. You're going to toss another shield as soon as I say go. We're going to toss a smoke, a white smoke. We're going to go in between. That's going to be our cover at the secondary time. As soon as I toss it,
pushing forward.
We'll be pushing forward with going down. Alright. Yep, that's why I'm getting ready. White smoke is going now. 0121, get a shield up and start pushing. Everybody else, follow behind 0121. Look to that barrier on the other side.
authorization. Copy. He's about to hit the wall. Copy.
I actually do not see a shield on the right.
You don't see the blue puddle?
Negative, I do not.
Oh, I see.
Oh shit, there's a vehicle running by. I can see its dust trail being picked up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Alpha's made it to the compound. We're
Alright,
ready to
that's,
breach.
yeah, that's air.
On your command squad lead.
Alright, keep providing cover and fire on the towers ahead. We have exact...
Northwest compound.
We have contact to the front.
Hold on. If you can't break into that,
Yep, we have eyes on. Further out for the potential second but outside. Just 9281, 7,000 targets. Going roughly 10. Follow the triggers to 121. Yep, we're gonna have to work, push up. How many smokes do I got? Alright, I've still got 6 more. Tossing the smoke, we're gonna be moving up to that vehicle right there. Smoke going out. One at a time. Sprint. 121. You're first. Just sprint for right now. Save the ammunition. So if that's okay, follow it. 91, we're next. We're pushing up now. It's Rebel, it's fine. Alright. From here, it's looking like we can push up to the next barrier that's ahead. Tossing another smoke.
Alpha's
Same
compound
thing.
is clear. We're about to move
121,
on to
you're
the next
first.
northern compound.
Tossing smoke. It's 81, you're next. So 1,000 next. Good balls, we have a shield tank off to the right. Stay in cover, stay in cover. Yep, that's why I said stay in cover. That shield tank has a bead on Charlie's position right now. Sharp purple. On that. What's your position, brother?
Near the front entrance to the main area.
Charlie, you should have a clear entrance to go in and breach that compound. I just had a gun run on it, and you have the ATT pushing.
Say again. Not to.
No, you're good to push. I'm talking to Charlie.
Do you want us going to the primary compound, or do you want us going to the right?
Frank, Siri, help me throw some smokes. Everybody else goes up.
Compound's here, front.
Copy, some primary. 7008. You're going to be heading over to that tank right over there. They are requesting a medic. Everybody else, we are pushing forward to the primary compound in front. The ATT is going to be looking in a support while we get over there. So I need to use a shield until we get there. It is essentially going to be a mad dash, yes. We're still going to be
Charlie,
down
going to have your medic
I'm already they've already ran over to me. Negative, do not drop shield. Just
go on
for
and
fact
start
that we're
pushing with the rest. I'll send your medic back to you, but go on and start breaching that compound.
We're going to be pushing up now, actually. Mad dash, no shield, just run. 121, you're first, just in the off chance. You're following us around, I'll be last. Go. Keep her going. Keep going. Do not stop. Keep going. Alright. Move up to the wall. Save your steps. This is Charlie at this time. I have 3 times personnel at the wall. 9281, 121, 1991 at this time.
Sub copy.
Near the northern compound. We got 1 injury.
Go in and try to open up the center door so Craig can shoot inside.
5110, this is Bravo, how copy?
121.
Squad leader.
Okay.
Alpha, we're about to send a team in to reach main compound.
Copy,
actually, watch fire. That'd be me, 1991.
Be advised, this is progress on the wall.
Copy. 123,
Otherwise,
seem
any-
to have fallen off the floor.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm just putting tourniquets on right now. I will need medical
Alpha's
attention.
gearing up to push northeast compound.
Alpha, go and have your team push and clear the eastern compound.
Copy. Northeast or east?
I'm at top of tower.
Squad lead, did you copy that?
We got one group left on east side.
Charlie, going to clear the northeastern compound. Bravo,
Copy that.
go on and go to the eastern as well.
Squad lead, did you copy my last call?
One team going to go through the entrance that crate just made for us. Other team going to go through the front door.
Charlie.
Squad lead, this is Bravo, how copy?
Send a message, Bravo.
I'm on northeastern tower.
So
you want me to drop down?
Compound, not
Correct.
provide overwatch without long
Get back down to ground. We're moving the
A firm. This is the last compound.
Oh.
I'll work on you.
Jay, can I get a radio check with you on 101?
I'm fixing you up. 10 seconds.
Good check, 101.
Give me painkillers.
I hear you on 101.
I took north about 10 minutes ago, so I should be fine with painkillers.
Who has a marksman on it?
I do have a sniper.
Let's see. Alright, looks like the northeastern side and the eastern side.
Bravo has a sniper on the team.
Let's see. Squad lead, this is 91. What would you have team 3 do?
1, do you read? Alpha.
Jay.
Alpha copies.
We're saying it's 5110.
Alrighty. Going to clear.
Send traffic for Alpha.
Were you getting my last transmissions?
I just heard that one. I believe I heard all of them, yes.
A
We're
team has
in
already
the
moved off
east
to
compound
that
now.
position as well
clear.
as the eastern side.
Go to the southeast then.
Southeastern side? Copy. Alright.
Compound's clear. Wait.
Only one enemy left in compound. Go and have all your troops on the shield.
Moving to the shield.
Wolfie's down. He got armored.
Top section.
Team 3, make your way over to the shield.
Oh, hey, real quick.
It's as expected, to be honest.
Hey, Barry. Be ashamed if I shot
We're
your
gonna
head.
get everyone formed up. We're gonna get ready for teleportation. Make it easy on Zeus.
It'd be funny if you did.
Thought about it. They crossed my mind. They crossed my mind.
You should do it.
Say again, squad? What was that called?
Just bunch together, get ready for TP.
Copy.
Alright, everyone, I want you to look at the flag and please go to the briefing area. Get back to the square as clear from
Fucking greedy fuck.
I have a few.
Ironically, very well.
You were stupid.
I am stupid.
You're wondering.
But I will not.
You're not encouraged.
I'm just a girl.
Shut up. Can I put slow gauge in that man's throat?
Negative.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I'm in the Coast Guard. I
We'll
already
just
gave
put
my
it
life.
somewhere in the
Oh. I feel bad for you.
Feel bad for me?
I feel bad for you.
I signed up for it. It's my fault.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. I feel bad for you. You chose the wrong one.
Nah, I chose the right one. I get BH at E4, and I don't have to live on base anymore.
I also don't have to live on base anymore, and I'm E4 with BAH.
Nice.
Well, Wolfie does like being abused.
Okay, I think we got everybody. Cool. Alright, lock it up. Let me just quickly go over a couple of things. So, I want to first off thank you all for the first day of our wonderful unit. I'm intending to run it at this time every single Friday, and it will be predominantly a fun time, I hope. Today was just mainly just to get familiar with the mod. I know those who have been testing with me, I really appreciate you guys as well. You guys will get something for that here in the future. But I do really want to thank all of you for coming. To go over a couple of notes, I will definitely let Chira weigh in here. That's 5110 and you team leaders and all you guys as well. But I just want to go over a couple of things that I saw in particular for the base clearing that I thought was a little bit interesting. This is not to shout out anybody or to make fun of anybody. This is purely for the sake of communication fixing. So, first off, Squad 1, I noticed you did not call, at least as far as I was aware, that the pilot went down at one point to the northwest. The reason why the pilot went down in the northwest, and again, this is I could have missed something, was because there was a DSD that was walking towards the element to the northeast. The pilots were ineffectively engaging it. They were unable to crack its armor or shields. They were doing quite well. However, at one point they gave up on engaging it. The DSD then turned, shot down the pilot, and continued to walk without being informed of by the pilots that were engaging it originally. They had informed you guys of the AATs that were approaching, but not of the DSD. Furthermore, at one point, Ferret reported AA to the northwest. 5110 stated that the AA was to the southeast, in which the pilots confirmed, which I thought was very interesting as well. In which then I suppose the infantry started looking to the southeast for AA that the pilots were loitering at. And then finally, over 100. Now, I could be mistaken. I heard Frost dominating comms a little bit, so I do want to ask you, Chire, was Frost RTO for you at this time?
Yes.
Okay, that
Absolutely.
makes more sense. Okay. But that was my notes for that final bit. I was quite impressed with how you guys handled in clearing the base clearing area. As I mentioned, I was using a different mods enemies to test some weaponry, so you are my guinea pigs. Thank you, thank you. But I hope they were not too difficult. You guys seem to handily engage and destroy them without much mercy, and so for that I am very impressed and thankful. But past this point, what I'm going to do to simplify things, as I normally do, is I will have team leads break off to do AARs, and then team leaders come to here to debrief. But before I do, just in general, did anyone have any grievances with this training today? Any issues at all?
I have one issue.
And I have one
Big.
As well. For the kit for the technician, I believe they should always have a toolkit so they can help repair the ATTE crew, as it seemed a little bit unorthodox for me not to have a toolkit or something along those lines, and us not being able.
It's always your fucking kit. I swear to God, you are literally broken. Understood. I understood. We'll fix
And
that.
also with the ATTE not being able to repair as well.
We'll investigate that after this debrief, because that's weird. All right, and then I heard
PTS.
Yep, 4356.
So this was involving the CQB. I will just say please do not fire into an area that another team is clearing. I did call over one-on-one that Bravo was clearing the area, so I don't know why someone's firing their what is it? Grenade launcher, and also not even grenades, like grenades, because they weren't exploding instantly. The rotary cannon into the area near taking out me and Bato. When I had said over 101 that Bravo was clearing the area.
PTS.
Yes, 7357.
Remember that when you're getting any kind of call-outs, especially a blue on blue, you need to state where you are and what's happening. Alpha was very confused with, "Don't shoot there," and I ordered my team to stop, and I'm like, "Where are we not shooting?" They again don't state it. Okay, where are we not shooting? Okay, that area. Got it. Okay, we're not even shooting over there. Cool. All right, and we go back to it. So just make sure, state where you're being shot at, especially if blue on blue. State it. That'll help. And then just comms overall. Half the comms I sent out got no reply.
PTS? On that matter? To be fair, to cover Blight here, the moment they started to call out the blue on blue, they did get taken out by a second grenade.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So
That's hilarious.
I literally work on when if I get hit a third time I blow, I'm gonna shoot someone.
Okay. Any other grievances at this time?
One team did shoot at Alpha when we entered the main objective. It was a quick blue on blue. They barely missed me, but they stopped firing after that, so I think we're okay.
Okay. All right. So that's more with teams, but okay. Okay, I'm assuming. Is there anything that was majorly fun that you want me to sustain or keep in the training or for future mission sets?
I mean, I like pretty much all of it.
I had a good ass time.
It's good.
9704.
Overwhelming numbers is fun.
Yes. I don't know how the name system works yet. Are we getting names after this training, or are we always going to be numbers? Because it's pretty annoying to remember all the numbers rather than names.
After the training, and when we enter into our campaign, you'll be getting your names because you'll no longer be shinies.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions?
Trainings.
Negative.
All right. Like as I said before, this will be probably our last training excuse me, not this one. Sorry, forgive me. I'm fucking jumping ahead. This will be the second to last. We have one more that we'll be doing on Altus. I'll be going over some more specific things for the campaign on that map in particular. After which you'll be able to get your name, so it'll be after next week, in which we'll then start our campaign the following week. Originally, I was going to go for a month of training. I believe that might be a little too much. I feel like you guys all have a pretty good grasp of what's going on here. And I'll also be working with team leads after you all have your AARs to start making sure we have official teams and assigning another squad leader here for the next training, so we have our 2 squads ready to go. We are also missing a handful of guys that said they're going to show. That's totally fine. It happens. But we should have enough people for at least 2 teams on each squad. So that's pretty great. With that said, thank you all so much for coming. If you guys want to do your ARs in a nice little room of your own, please go behind me. If you make a left or right, there should be 3 rooms for each side that has a little briefing room. You can go in there and debrief in solace. Healers, once you're done, come to me.
All right,
Dismissed.
Let's go. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Question out of you two: who knows what the AAR actually stands for?
After action report.
Bingo. Perfect. All right.
Are we gonna get our medic back?
We are going to be getting our medic back, yes. However, they don't seem to be on right now. It looks like they actually stopped and hopped off.
I think they either crashed or they had to just get off.
More than likely, considering that if they crashed, they would have probably came back. They probably had to hop off.
Fair enough.
Yes, but we will be getting our medic back more than likely for next week. If my understanding is correct, you guys are now my team. So 0121, 9281, 1991, and then 7008. That takes the consistence of 101 TAC 3, otherwise referred to as Team 3. Whenever it comes to my after action reports, I tend to get gripes that people want to try and pass on, even if they don't want to say it in the final debrief for the mission. So if there's like a gripe that you have with another person, or if there's a gripe that you had with a way that someone was trying to overstep their bounds, you tell me, I take that up to the team lead after brief. Does that sound fair to you guys?
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. I tend to go one at a time. That way it's fair, it's concise, and it's clean. So, 0121, is there any gripes that you have with today's mission?
Nope, I just need to load up on more personal shields in my kit. That's pretty much it.
Okay. That I can... That's right, go to Whisper. I could definitely try and see about getting more shield generators for you to be added to your kit. But now that you are part of my team, I should be able to just say, hey, grab like one or two more starting after tonight, and we can go from there, so long as that doesn't deviate too much from your standard kit, which is what you pull from the public loadouts.
I just usually run a few more mags, and then I have a little bit extra space for anything else I might need to run.
Yeah, of course.
Be that, because they don't last very long, so it'd probably be beneficial to have like 2 more of them.
Sorry, by the way, 9281, I understand that you're getting close just because I might be quiet. I went to Whisper just so we're not interceding with anybody else that's in the rooms next to us. But anyways, what about you? Do you have any gripes? Do you have any issues with anybody who might have irked you today?
No, I'm pretty easy.
That's fair, that's fair. Is there anything that you guys would like to see that's a little bit better for future trainings and future operations?
Well, I was pretty happy with what we had.
I would say that until we have names, 9-2 is much easier to respond to than 9281.
I would normally just abbreviate it to shorten numbers if we're in the middle of operations, but as soon as we're in briefings, that way we're not into pretty much too much of an issue. I'm going to refer you to the full number,
left your
just
channel.
because there's a lot of people who have the same first 2 numbers as opposed to the last 2 numbers.
Raj.
Yep. But supposedly starting next week, your names will be given. So after that, I won't have to rely on numbers, and I can start calling people by their names. Which I'm already going to go ahead and ask this. What are the 2 preferred names that you guys are going to give me? 9281. Let's start with you.
I'm Scarlet.
You're Scarlet? Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and write that down because I know I'm going to fucking forget. What about you, 121?
Waffle.
Waffle. Copy. I have to ask about 7008 the next time I see them. But come to start of next week, I will be referred to as Drakshaw. D-R-A-K, Shaw. Shouldn't be too hard and should be easy to pronounce. From what I've been told, it's rather memorable.
Can I call you Drac?
Perfectly fine. Drakshaw, perfectly fine. Is there any tips that you would like to give to me?
Uh-oh.
What was that?
What?
Any tips that you would like to give to me, seeing as you're going to be your permanent team?
I have no complaints in my opinion. You were relaying information that you were given from squad level consistently. You had a very good sound game plan, usually, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would say is uncovering large areas of ground, we probably shouldn't use the shield technique, as it ends up becoming, well, just standing out in the open.
That's why the shorter distance as opposed to the large distance, I will always refer to the shield distance just for the sole fact of it's open ground, yes, however, at the same time, we had a lot of snipers coming towards us. The final bit where we actually had to go to the main compound, I pretty much had to say screw the shield because that's going to slow us down even more. Just full book it, do not stop, which is why a couple of us got hit in the process because we stopped to try and shoot back. Moving forward, don't do that. Find cover first before you start shooting. It doesn't matter if it's a rock, a tree, or even a fence post. Any cover is better than no cover.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. If there isn't anything else, you guys are free to go. Thank you for coming, and I hope to see you guys next week.
See ya.
User left your channel.
Very important, so make sure you're here. Okay. Next on my list, because you were here next, will be 4356. What you got?
Apart from, as I said, my only little gripe is having another team fire into a building that we're trying to clear and teaming fire until we were called or ready to stop. And then someone fragging us. No real issues. There was the communication issues here and there, but it just boiled down to after a couple calls over long range and if it didn't answer, we just went, cool, we'll just push up and continue providing Overwatch.
Okay. Anything else?
Negative.
I will say,
Someone is going to be doing that free bomb mission.
Thank you. Cool. All right, make sure you're normal as well, and then continue.
All right. Surprisingly, not a whole lot of gripes on my side. I have personal gripes, just from the sole fact of what I've noticed today, which honestly could be worked out over time. I'm not too picky about it. Comms were a little more aloof in comparison to the rest of the operations that we've had for the test stuff. People were a little bit more demanding today as opposed to the standard of, hey, this is what we're going to be doing. Can we get permission to go through with it? I've also noticed that 5110 Chira was a little bit more distracted today. Were you dealing with something on the side, or were you just being yelled at constantly on the radio?
Constant radio bombardment.
If that's the case, can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
You said that 1313 was your RTO, correct?
Well, just for with the ATTE.
I would have a designated RTO starting from here. That way you can continue giving constant orders to squad, and that way you're not having to relay between the command as well teams and then ATTE, because that's just going to fry your brain. You're not going to be able to listen in, and you're going to be losing out on, I guess, key information that you're going to probably need going forward. So I would have someone designated as a long range specialist, just to allow you to be freed up and you can continue keeping an eye on the battlefield. That way, command doesn't have to intervene and other personnel are not so lost. Just for the sole fact I've had over radio, I've heard at least 2 people constantly try and ask for you while you were busy trying to get some more information from another group. Squad composition seemed a little bit more chaotic today, but granted, that's kind of normal. We basically got new squads. We're working well to get a better cohesion with them one at a time. However, at the same time, I can't say for everybody else. With Team 3, we had a pretty idea of how we worked, how our roles worked. We had a medic on hand that could keep us going. We had an HMG that could provide cover and fire, and then we had a, don't remember what role they were. I think they were base riflemen at this time. 9281, are you base rifleman right now?
You're on whisper.
Oh.
I don't think they can hear you.
9281, you're a base rifleman, correct?
Yeah, I'm just a rifleman.
Okay, and that kind of works out well then. If that's going to be the case. Team 3 was basically a standard squad comp. It wasn't really a supportive team at this time. It was more or less just a, hey, you're an extra if we need you. I do have to...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine. I will say the idea of using the ATTE as a cover and support for Team 3 was actually a really good idea. Someone is stuck in the wall.
It's Wolfie. Or Zeri.
Focus.
ADHD, don't mind me. I would like to see more of that. However, granted, that would also pertain to us having more armored personnel. If looks like I covered everything inside of my Greg's book.
Okay, cool. All right. Our ATT group.
Nothing. Unless any of the other team leads have any issues with our fire support side.
User left your channel.
Open ears.
Alright, cool. Jay.
Hi. I don't know if I need to be on normal or what.
It's normal, it's fine.
So it's just normal PTS stuff?
You're cool. You got anything your team
Cool.
said?
So we got very confused, and I just posted this group. So at one point there was a request for a medic from squad, and fair. Somebody got hurt, needed a medic, they didn't have one on their team, so they were requesting. I then exploded. I went down. My 2IC stepped up and said, hey, sorry, we can't send you that medic. They're needed. And then squad leader goes, oh, okay, that's fair. Let's get this other team to send the medic. For some reason, the team that needed it ran up to my medic and grabbed them and ran away. Don't fucking do that. Don't fucking do that. Also, I talked to my medic about actually escalating up and saying, hey, somebody's saying they need me. What should I do? Escalating that, doing it. But on both sides, not good. We need to maintain that communication. I believe the team leader apparently went down that needed it. I don't know if the 2IC
it was me, and I got double fragged.
Yeah.
And Fade and Bato were in cover fire. I don't know who ran off.
Yeah. So someone apparently like ran up and just took my medic. I don't really know.
User
I was
left your
unconscious
channel.
and I blew the fuck up. But let's just make sure we communicate, especially our teammates communicate. Because like, let's say somebody runs up to you and says, "Hey, no, I need you. You're coming with me." Whoa, I need to tell my team lead, man. Let me tell my team lead real quick so they know what's happening. Because the worst thing ever is like, "Hey, where are you? Where the heck are you?" Oh, this insert person's name took me. I'm 500 meters from you. What do you mean you're 500? You know, that kind of situation. Also, the as talked about before, blue and blue. Keep seeing a good bit of that. Looks like we need blue and blue training because it just keeps happening. Alpha's been fine. We haven't shot at anybody yet. We'll see next mission. But I do think that's something we do need because we keep encountering this the last 2 missions. Also, as I stated before, I don't know what was happening, but I kept calling out on 101, and I was getting absolutely nothing back from you, Chira. I would communicate and then ask again and then ask again, and then you would reply to somebody else instead of me. So I don't know what was wrong. I don't know if you couldn't hear me. I was asking my team and they could hear me. I don't know if it was TFAR shenanigans. This happened last time as well. But
And it also happened when we started the initial assault as well.
Oh, I was getting mad as fuck. I was getting so goddamn mad. There was like 4 times where I went, fuck it, he can't hear me. Let's go. Because I could not get any single confirmation from when I would call orders, and I would do it like 4 times and then go, okay, I guess we're doing it. So that was aggravating. I, again, don't know the issue. I'm hoping we can find a solution. It looks like, your version of TFAR is up to date. Mine is up to date. I checked. So I don't know what the problem is. But hopefully we can check and make sure it's on the server or something like that.
Because I was talking to another team lead, and I was told by 1313, like, yeah, Alpha's trying to contact him. Like, I have not heard a single call.
Yeah, I called like 4, and 1313 was, I think, or 1701, I think, was behind me and hearing me get really mad. 1313 had PTS.
Alright, so the biggest thing to kind of mitigate this, I believe there should always be a medic that's attached to the squad leader.
User left your channel.
As well as medics among the squads. In case of that medic in need of, or in case there is a need of a medic and there's no one near that person or something like that. Or if we can at least have something along the lines of just having a medic on standby instead of in the squad, or in the teams, not in the squad. Because I believe that would mitigate a lot of terror on that spiel.
So you want, so let's say that again, because you said it wrong earlier with squad. So you want what?
What I'm suggesting is having a medic attached to the squad leader. One team might be off a medic or something like that. That medic, in case of emergencies, can be immediately sent to that place so they're not busy with something else. Mostly, it'd probably be the team that's less likely to go inward and more be like a support by fire. So like Charlie team, if I remember correctly, sir, you said Charlie team would always be like a support by fire or something like that.
In the original layout, yes. In the current rendition, no. That's why I said earlier we'll be going to a different layout.
And so if you said correctly, 2 teams have a medic and 1 team doesn't. That's exactly what we had today.
It is exactly what we had. I believe it was. I would say that you are Alpha. Yes, 7357. All right. That was Alpha, and then Team 3 who had the medics today. It wasn't. I don't know what green team's referred to at right now. Bravo.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock because I'm so used to Bada being a medic.
Well, we didn't, like I said, today wasn't having a medic near the squad leader so they can be sent out in case of something happens. The only person that could also do medical is 1701, but during that time, it's probably during the CQB or something like that, where they weren't able to do anything. They were just put on watch.
Is there anything else you have, 7357?
Shit, I had something. I'm losing it. I guess it wasn't important.
You'll probably remember. I'll be going over a quick spiel for the leadership. That way, we're all on the same exact page. If you can open up your maps at this time, you'll see I made a bunch of word salad all on the right side of the map. You guys have eyes on that? Yellows, reds, blues. Perfect. Perfect. So, similar to how I run my ODSTs in the Halo unit, my current plan is going to be simple. Following a bit of layout from Marsoc, we'll have 2 teams of 5-man. So we'll be getting the official 5-man teams here soon. And we have a 4-man command element. Each team will have a medic, as you can see here in gold or yellow. Each team will have a number of men. In particular, we want an RTO and a 2IC for the squad, assistant squad leader and squad leader. That's kind of what they're called. They're called team leader, team chief, and Marsoc. Don't ask me why they call it that. I don't get paid to fucking know. But the main thing here is to make sure that the connection can be to the ATTE, to LATs with the RTO. They can handle all that fun stuff. The big thing here is that our teams, in reality, these element leaders, people like McMillan here, and 7357J and all that stuff here, and Blight 4356, you guys will be handling 5-man teams. Now, here's the thing I want to make sure I inform you of. The element leader, the assistant element leader, these 2 riflemen, you guys can use whatever weapons you want to make sure the mission goes well. You can assign your men to use whatever weapons you want to make sure that the element goes well. I'm not going to limit you on this gear. However, just make sure you guys sit around the kits that I set up. So I don't want you guys taking 3S weapons unless it's authorized. Make sense? So you have a lot of customization for your element. The medic, I do want to make sure that you have a medic every operation. Even if someone doesn't want to do it, just make sure you have one to ensure that you can get someone up. Because not having a medic will be critical, as you saw here today. Excuse me. I'm still sick, so please forgive me. I've had a bit of a rough day. So with these elements, I'll be going through the list here and my screenshots, and anyone who has messaged me about their teams, I'll be putting on an ad as well to make sure I can get the finalized team list set up, and hopefully getting an Orbat out soon, in which we can see who's with who and take accountability. As I mentioned, after this next training op, we'll all be getting our names. Yay, hooray! And you guys will be going up to from Shiny to Trooper in celebration of you guys passing the simulations.
Shit, I won't be at that one.
That's crazy, Shiny J leading the squad. I love it. Anyways,
isn't it Good Friday next week?
What's that?
Isn't it? I don't know how Americans do it, but yeah, it's Good Friday next week.
Yeah, it's
Good
Easter.
Friday.
It's right before Easter.
Yeah.
That means
it's
Good
a
Friday.
Catholic holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, bear in mind, for those of you who know me, I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. I don't know when the fuck holidays are, so
yeah.
If I also need to do a day off for the unit, let me know, please, because I don't know these things. I'm so sorry.
I'm just helping my brother move on Easter. That's all I'm doing.
I see.
No one knows to pay a day off to drink, so.
All right. But the next thing I really want to go over here is there anyone who wants to be leading the second squad here? Because again, these are going to be 14-man squads, and I'm going to need a second one because we do have roughly enough men to split between 2 groups to be exactly 13 and 13 if everyone were to show. I don't know if everyone's going to show, so I will say that directly. But in the event we do, I do want to have someone ready to go for that squad lead position. Are there any takers here?
I'm kind of curious.
And I'll throw my hat in.
You know, I'm a technician.
You know, I could throw my hat in as well.
Okay.
I'm not throwing my hat in.
You spoke, so you're throwing your hat in. Understood. Alright,
Yeah. I wouldn't mind trying to throw my hat in.
Wait I would offer, but I'm already in charge of a bunch of
people are allowed to be
fuckheads.
here if they're not team leaders. They're allowed, and they can listen while they don't interrupt. But anyways, so that I'll keep that in mind. Then I appreciate you guys being willing to step up and assist. You guys have been doing a great job. I truly do appreciate all of you. Moving forward, however, I do want to also note something important with this layout here. I will also probably be adding a sort of hidden setup to this squad level, where you guys will have an ARC Trooper attached. Again, I do plan on having an ARC Trooper attached to every element, so there might be an additional one that's not really supposed to be there, and it may be a rotational role that people can fulfill. I'll be keeping Blood as a ARC trooper up by me, just to make sure we have one. But I will be giving every squad leader the opportunity to assign or rotate out a ARC trooper, probably during the campaign or probably after the campaign. I'm not certain on that on when that will be. I'm still, but essentially allowing for people to be in that nice fancy role, try out the gear, have a good time, and fulfill the role. And I'll be going over the role of the ARC trooper next week, as I don't want to overload you guys with too much information. But generally, like I said, we will have 2 squads next week, hopefully, 2 5-man teams, and it should be nice and clean. We'll fill out the teams first, and then worry about the squads after. Okay, everyone got that? Everyone tracking? Yep. No issues, no complaints.
Nope.
All right. Are there any final comments before I go to check the repairs on the ATT? All right. Well, you are all lovely people. I really appreciate all of you. You guys have a wonderful night. No, Blood, you're not allowed to do that. You fuck. And you guys all have a great night. Thank you so much for your time. I will need 9664, and I'll need 1313. And we will go and figure out this fucking vehicle and see if it's fixable.
Also, before I go, Chara, is there any improvements that I need to work on or something like that?
Got some stuff?
Not that I could have seen today. It was kind of
I got
just.
something to say for the infantry.
Oh.
I do want to say, if you see the ATTE lining up, and behind you guys, 9 out of 10 are about to barrage that
User left your
sector. I
channel.
would recommend you guys moving out of the way because we couldn't barrage the sector while you guys are standing there.
Yeah. Also, a lot of time I wasn't looking back. I was marking targets for Faith to shoot, so I'm sorry about that.
Yes, just in the future, if we ever line up behind you intentionally, please move out of the way because we're either walking or we're going to shoot the targets. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you also let Chara know, because
I
a lot
did.
of time I'm not looking back behind me.
I did let Chira know, and well, it never happened. So
Just say the word, Captain.
Charlie, do you have anything for us?
No, not until I can really see what's causing the fuckery with T-Far, because I live on 101.
Yeah,
So-
no, I was calling on it. I had my 2IC was listening, and he was hearing every single one of my calls, so he couldn't figure out what it was either.
Because I remember 1313 was next to me, and they're like, "Hey, I was trying to get in contact with you as I'm talking to Bravo." So I'm like, "Well, I know for a fact it ain't my shit because I'm actively having a conversation with Bravo, and Charlie's right in front of me, and I'm actively having a conversation with Charlie."
Okay, I have an idea as to what it might be then. Remember the first time that we had this situation? I was trying to get into contact with you. However, we couldn't actually do that. We did the test before we went on the operation.
And we did the test before the operation, and it failed horribly.
No, actually, it worked.
No, I'm saying this time.
Oh.
With the Alpha and I, because we were having the issue before we did the assault, where we were trying to do it right in front of each other, and we couldn't get a comm on each other on the 101.
No, I could hear you. You couldn't hear me.
When it comes to that, the way you once you figure out that you have an issue, if someone is unable to go through and be heard on that side, the person who is not able to receive on that side has to refresh their TFAR. That's what we did the first time that me and you did that. Yeah, you don't have to leave the game. You don't have to do anything. Just go into your add-on settings and hit reload. That's it.
And that really helps.
Once you,
too.
once you
I'll
do
make
that,
sure to
pretty
do
much
that
good to go.
before on my end too.
Mhm.
Probably just need to have all the team leads, unfortunately, do it because I don't ever have an issue with with the vehicle. I have an issue with the long range. It's just so maybe before op, all the team leads and myself will do that.
However, that's just the thing. I'm trying to figure out why yours has done that for every operation so far.
Yes, it has. it is starting to very much wear down on morale. I did forget to do it this time.
Does it happen in the Halo app? Or is it
Nope.
just the Star Wars?
Just Star Wars.
It's very weird. Alright. But yeah, if that's going to be the case, then yeah, we just have to make sure we reload TFAR just before we go onto the operation. That should take care of everything, hopefully.
I'll see if I can just do it on my end if it works.
Yeah, but I mean, we could do that. We can do it. We can do a test now if you're not able to still receive from 7357.
I think I am able to. Richard 101.
I heard you.
You copy. Radio check 101.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, I heard all that time. Sometimes I've noticed it just comes and goes because it just seems like multiple incidents where it just comes and then randomly we won't know.
I don't know if it was just like that or if like at first I was thinking someone had to be talking on another net with you and like you couldn't hear me. But then that's when I started
Sometimes it
thinking,
was that as well.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Jordan, there was one time where literally I was getting hit from every single possible net that we had all at once. I had no way of knowing who the hell was talking to me. I literally got bombed by everyone. I literally didn't know who was talking to me.
And that's why it's good to have an RTO.
It was god awful.
Yeah, I would definitely suggest finding someone who can be your squad designated RTO if that's going to be the case. That way it helps take away any more stress than is necessary.
Alright, see you. Thanks, bud.
For sure.
User left your channel.
Folded like an omelet. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a pack. I'll probably be back on. I don't know if anybody's in the chat, but I will.
User left your channel.
4356. I think Gadriel is what they're called. I think that's Gad.
4356. Well, Jordan's definitely gonna ask me about that.
Oh, guarantee. But at the very least, you got a witness.
Well, I'm just gonna go on the message him. Yeah, this is what they did.
That was the blue armor that they pretty much nuked. But yeah, let's see. I don't have anything else other than what was explained.
No, it was just a bit messy because I had a lot of people contacting me all at once.
Yeah, you definitely, like I said, I recommended that you try and actually get an RTO just between you and the rest of it teams. That way you're not having to constantly go back and forth between one channel to another channel to a third channel, even a fourth.
Yep, I saw that. I'm a little annoyed.
So, yeah. If there is one option for the people who weren't here, I would try and pass this down to Jordan. Well, actually, it's pass up. I would have someone get with personnel who were not here but wanted to be here and actually see what team they are wanting to be on. Obviously, giving them the current team compositions with current team names and whatnot. So that way they have an idea as to who they want to go with by the time the next operation comes. It allows for free. It allows for fair assignment as well.
I think it would be a lot easier once people have names and they can kind of see, like, oh yeah, this is who I ran with last time, rather than numbers. Because they'll be like, oh, I remember that person. I want to run with them. Rather than right now, I'm just like, well, I remember these numbers somewhat from last time. I'm gonna wait till they say something so I know their voice.
I know for a fact that there are 2 personnel who want to try and stay under my team, under my leadership. However, I'm not gonna force them to stay there if they don't want to be there.
User left your channel.
You know, I'm sure once we get past the shiny phase, I'm going to be pushing very hard for the teams to get slotted in and settled and into a Orbat so we can have a good idea of what we're dealing with.
Yep. I am also going to see if we can't try and do like individual squad trainings. That way we can just work on individual things that we've noticed as a squad that we need to work on. Because I'm not going to lie, another thing that I saw today that I kind of just remembered is I like the unit cohesion, but at the same time, some of the areas are just too small for the whole squad to go in and do.
Yeah, and that's why I tried to split them up. It was really hard on the last objective to split everyone up and give a good idea of what to do, purely because, A, it wasn't on the map. Like, they're all custom comps. The first one, I could try to, but it was really small, so we couldn't see. But it's a lot easier whenever we have a map that we can visualize and see, like, all right, this is what we're doing, then we're pushing to here. That way, people aren't always waiting for constant tasking, because I'm more used to people that can somewhat task themselves, but I can't always, I'm not that high up on leadership. I'm used to doing platoon level where I just tell a squad lead, I want this side of town taken. I want your squad on this side, your squad on this side, your squad on this side.
Yeah.
Move. So it'll be a lot easier, I think, once we get the names down. We can really also start getting on an actual map where there's going to be structures we'll be attacking. I can draw out battle plans and bring up the team leads and say, all right, this is what we're doing, and moving on.
If there is, if I remember correctly, he tends to be about 30 minutes from load in to brief, and I think it's like a 15 additional minutes just to get everyone loaded up, situated, and ready. We could take like 5 or 10 minutes to for team leads and squad leads to actually come together and make a battle plan all together. That way, rather than having one person draw up the plans with maybe even an advisor, have everybody who knows their basically their squad composition well enough to also lay in their own 2 cents of what you want to do.
And that's what I would like to start having. The only issue I've had with that at times is sometimes we don't know if we get opward, cool. If we don't, then we really won't know the mission set or the AO until after we're told something. Which in that case, now I'm just having a bunch of people stand around while team leads are convening elsewhere.
I'm hopeful. Hopefully, we'll be getting an opboard come after next training, seeing as Jordan has already said that this will be the only other training that we have, and then we're going into a campaign. So perhaps we'll be getting an opboard next. But
I gotta go.
But yeah, who knows?
My girlfriend needs me.
Yeah.
You'll kill
me. Don't get killed.
I will.
User left your channel. Channel switched. User disconnected from your channel.
Nice. Not bad.
Disconnected.